junction rule, junction rule, or it is also called Kirchhoff first law or first law rule. Okay. Now, what does it mean? What does it state? See, suppose you have a circuit like this in which we have connected a battery of EMF, let's say potential V, and there is a resistance R1 and R2. Suppose we are getting a current I from the circuit from the battery, and now this current have two paths to travel. It may be goes into this wire, or it may be go into this wire. So now here the Kirchhoff current law would be applicable. What does it say? It says that whatever be the incoming current, that is I, the incoming current will be equal to the outgoing current at a particular junction. This point is called junction. What is junction? Junction is a point from where two or more than two wires are connected. I am writing a point where more than two wires are connected. So this point is called connected. So Kirchhoff junction rule means at a junction, at a particular junction, the incoming current is equal to the outgoing current. The outgoing current. It means that whatever with the total incoming current means here the total incoming current that will be equal to the total outgoing current from that particular junction. That means we can also write that I equal to, here incoming current is I, and I will be equal to I1 plus I2. I equal to I1 plus I2 means कि जो current यहाँ पर आ रहा है, that is I, that will be equal to the total outgoing current, that is I1 and I2. So I hope this is clear to you. This is application. This is applied where there is a wire connected at more than two ways the current are flowing from that particular point at a junction. So we can also write that at a junction, at a junction, at a junction, at a junction, the net incoming current is equal to the total outgoing current. Okay, it means I incoming बराबर हो जाएगा outgoing के. Or you can also write that I incoming minus I outgoing, that would be equal to 0. So we can write that summation I, मतलब कि total current at a junction is equal to 0. Directly we can say at junction point, total current would be equal to 0. I hope it is clear to you. What is Kirchhoff current law? It is applicable on a junction point where we have connected more than two wires. The current is flowing in more than two directions. So at a junction point, the total incoming current is equal to the total outgoing current. Tell me if it is clear or not. Actually, we have applied it already in our previous question. We have done. We have also applied Kirchhoff current law there also, but formally we are studying it now. ऐसा नहीं कि हम इसको पहली बार कर रहे हैं, but as a name we are doing it first time. Kirchhoff current law. So is it clear or not that at a junction point the net incoming current will be equal to the net outgoing current, or we can say the net current would be 0. जितना करंट आ रहा है उतना करंट चला जाएगा, तो जंक्शन पर आपको नेट करंट कितना मिलेगा? 0, बिकॉज वहां पर कुछ बचा ही नहीं है, जितना आया उतना सारा आगे फॉरवर्ड हो जाएगा. सो देयर विल बी नेट करंट 0 एट द जंक्शन पॉइंट. नाउ actually it is based on a principle which is called conservation of charge. Why? See, so this point is also important for us कि ये किस पर based होता है. So Kirchhoff current law is based on conservation of charge. Conservation of charge. The Kirchhoff current law is based on conservation of charge. It means that whatever be the total current you are, whatever be the total amount of charge Actually, what is current? Current is charge per unit time. So let's say time is 1. So I will be equal to Q in that case if current is if time is 1 second. So it means that whatever be the total charge you are getting from the battery, जितना भी charge आपको बैटरी से मिल रहा है यहाँ पर, it will goes into two way. मतलब उसके पास दो रास्ते हैं जाने के लिए, चार्ज के पास यहाँ पर भी जा सकता है, यहाँ पर भी जा सकता है. So they will divide it each other. So suppose करो यहाँ से there are five persons are coming. So this person says that there are two streets for them to go. Here there are two streets. So some of decided let we are going in this direction. Let's say two. So another person which remains here that will goes in this wire or in this street 3. So total number of charge which is coming will be equal to total outgoing charge. So we can say that this is based on conservation of charge कि जितना भी charge आपको बैटरी से मिलेगा उतना charge आगे forward हो जाएगा. Total incoming charge will be equal to total outgoing charge, and we know that charge per unit time is current. That's why it is also called Kirchhoff current law. Yeah, Kirchhoff junction rule, because we are applying it at a particular junction. So I hope यहाँ तक सब चीजें आपको clear हो चुकी होंगी. If there is any doubt, you can tell me. Tell me if it is clear or not.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. So next is you can see here 5 ampere current यहाँ आ रहा है. So 3 ampere इधर जाएगा तो 2 ampere will be flow in this direction. Now next is Kirchhoff voltage law. Kirchhoff voltage law. Kirchhoff voltage law is also applied in a loop. Actually, I will explain first what is a loop. Suppose you have a closed circuit like this, like you have a closed circuit like this, or maybe it like this. Any closed circuit if you have where some battery is connected, some resistance is connected, let's say, and some current is flowing through it. So in this whole circuit, I'm redrawing it. This is actually called, this closed circuit is called loop. Okay, so this is also called Kirchhoff loop rule or Kirchhoff second rule. Okay. Now suppose we are taking a circuit in which a battery has been connected of potential V. Let's say there are some external component are there having resistance, let's say R1, R2 and R3. So we know that current would be same in all these resistance, but the potential difference would be different. Let's say V1, V2 and V3. Can anyone tell me how can I write V in terms of V1, V2 and V3? Suppose I want to write an equation in terms of V in terms of V1, V2 and V3. How can I write it? Could you tell me what will be the equation for potential in terms of each potential V1, V2, V3? We have also done it in derivation of resistance in series. So how can I write V equal to in terms of V1, V2 and V3? What do you think? आपको सिर्फ V1, V2, V3 के टर्म में, yes, V equal to,
sir, V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3.
of course. Actually this is called KVL, Kirchhoff voltage law. यही है कि जितने भी potential drop आपके एक बैटरी के across होगा, that whatever be the potential across a terminal of a cell, that would be equal to the potential across each component in a circular loop or in a loop, we can say directly in a loop. तो इस पूरे loop में जो भी potential drop बैटरी के across होगा, that would be equal to the potential drop across each component in that particular loop, and this is called Kirchhoff voltage law. We can also say that V minus V1 plus V2 plus V3 is equal to 0. So we can say that the summation of all the potential drop, whether it is across the terminal of the cell or component of the cell, the net potential will be equal to 0. Okay, You can also say that the potential across cell will be equal to potential across each component, across each component. ये सब किरचॉफ लॉ की अलग अलग फॉर्म है KVL की. So V cell will be equal to potential across each component. We can also say that the summation of all the potential drop, whether it is across the cell or the component, the summation of V total will be equal to 0. ध्यान रखना है कि यहाँ पर सिर्फ मैंने V cell लिया है, जबकि यहाँ पर मैं total potential ले रहा हूँ throughout the circuit. So this is called Kirchhoff voltage law, that summation of all the potential drop will be equal to 0, or potential drop will be equal to potential rises. कहने का मतलब ये है कि जितनी भी आपको बैटरी से पोटेंशियल मिलेगा, that will be equal to potential across each component. Now it is nothing but it is directly we can say it is based on conservation of energy. Why? I will explain it now. See, why we use energy? Actually we use why we use battery? We use battery to get some energy. Okay, so suppose here we have connected a battery, so whatever be the energy you will get it here, whatever be the energy supplied by this battery, this energy would be used across this resistance, across R2 and across R3. मतलब कि जितनी भी एनर्जी आपको बैटरी से मिलेगी वो तीन जगह डिवाइड हो जाएगी. तो जितनी भी एनर्जी आपको बैटरी से मिल रही है, that will be equal to energy across 1, energy across 2, energy across 3. मैं पोटेंशियल को एनर्जी बोल रहा हूँ. एक्चुअली वी कैन से पोटेंशियल एज एनर्जी इफ Q is equal to 1. Suppose we know that V is equal to W upon Q. So suppose if Q is equal to 1, so we can say potential will be equal to work done or will be equal to energy. So we can also say Kirchhoff voltage law is based on conservation of energy, because if charge, let's say unity flowing through the circuit, so we can say that potential will be equal to the potential energy, okay, whatever you are getting from the battery. So जितनी भी potential energy आपको बैटरी से मिलेगी वो पोटेंशियल एनर्जी बराबर होगी जितने भी ईच कंपोनेंट वहां पर उस सर्किट में एनर्जी को यूज कर रहे होंगे. Okay, the total energy we are getting from the cell or the battery will be equal to the total energy consumed by the each component in a closed loop. So tell me now if it is clear or not. KVL, Kirchhoff voltage law. Any doubt regarding anything which I have explained here? Kirchhoff voltage law. You can ask me your doubt now if you have. Kirchhoff voltage law is based on conservation of energy. Kirchhoff current law is based on conservation of charge. According to Kirchhoff current law, total current would be 0 at a junction. And KVL, Kirchhoff voltage law or Kirchhoff loop rule, state that in a loop, the total summation of all the potential drop will be equal to 0. Or we can say the potential we are getting from the battery will be equal to the potential drop across each component of the circuit. You may write now the definition of KVL and whatever I have written here. Yes, it is clear or not? Vansika, Riddhi, Bhavika, Shreya, Om.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so theoretical part we have covered now. Let's do a question based on KCL and KVL. See, the question has been asked in EEE exam. Read the question and tell me which option is correct. You can also write in chat box which option do you think that is correct. And I've told you that we will more focus on now conceptual question, MCQ type question and case study based question. तो जितने भी टॉपिक हम करेंगे लगभग सभी में हम MCQ प्रैक्टिस करेंगे. Yes बेटा, which one is correct?
Sir, B.
And
Conservation of charge and conservation of energy.
You are correct also. Actually, it is depends on Bhavika. You are correct. Subham, you are also correct. कोई ये तो नहीं सोच रहा ना D करेक्ट हो सकता है. Is D correct or not? यहाँ पर भी तो कंजर्वेशन ऑफ एनर्जी या कंजर्वेशन ऑफ चार्ज दिया हुआ है. Why it is
Sir,
not?
I'm Vanshika.
ओके वंशिका, एक्चुअली मैं उन बच्चों का नाम बोला था जिन्होंने चैट बॉक्स में अभी आंसर लिखा है. सो व्हाई दिस ऑप्शन इज नॉट करेक्ट? डी. ओके सिप्रा, खुशी, रिद्धि, मोहम्मद इसकी, यस यू आर करेक्ट. व्हाई
Sir,
यू
because
थिंक? यस
sir, because first law and second law is mentioned in the question.
ऑफ कोर्स, हमें रेस्पेक्टिवली बताना होगा. रेस्पेक्टिवली मींस फर्स्ट कौन आया? करंट. तो करंट किस पर डिपेंड होता है? चार्ज पर, कंजर्वेशन ऑफ चार्ज पर. एंड देन दे आर आस्किंग अबाउट द सेकंड लॉ. आई हैव टोल्ड यू दैट किरचॉफ वोल्टेज लॉ और किरचॉफ सेकंड लॉ कुछ भी किसी भी नाम से पूछा जा सकता है. तो तीनों नाम आई होप यू हैव रिटन. And second law is based on conservation of energy. So we have to tell respectively. Respectively हमें बताना, तो पहले conservation of charge आएगा and then conservation of energy. That's why option B would be correct. Because first law does not depend on the energy. Okay, you are correct, Subham. So this was the question from we can say theoretical question. Let's do some practice for the numerical question. We can't apply the Kirchhoff voltage law or Kirchhoff current law at this type of circuit. It would be very impossible for us to say you are correct. Let's apply a Kirchhoff law in this question. Let me tell you how we can frame the equation. So first of all, there is a current flowing through the I1 from the battery I1, which is passing through this circuit also, I1. This current is I2, which will pass through this circuit I2, and we can say that these both current are moving in this branch. So we can write that I will be equal to, just a minute, I'm selecting another marker. Yeah, so I1, this is incoming current. I2, this is also incoming current at point at junction B. At junction B, apply KCL. So I1 plus I2 both are incoming current and this is outgoing current. So we can write incoming current is equal to outgoing current. So this is our first equation. Actually, I want to find out I1, I2 and I3. It means we have three variable, and for solving three variable, at least three equation I need. Without three equation, I can't find out the value of I1, I2 and I3. So इसलिए मुझे we need to find out three equations here. So first equation we have framed I equal to I1 plus I2. I1 plus I2 will be equal to I3. Now let's apply KVL. Could you tell me how many loops are there in this circuit? कितनी लूप आपको यहाँ
Sir,
पर
2.
दिखेंगे? There are 2 plus 1 actually. There are total 3 loop. दो तो आपको सबको दिख ही रही होंगी. This one A, B, E, F, A and B, C, D, E, A. In spite of this, you can also apply KVL in this bigger loop. That is A, C, D, F, A. वो भी एक लूप है, उसमें भी आप अपना KVL अप्लाई कर सकते हो if you need. Let us now apply KVL. Apply KVL in loop A, B, E, F, A. Okay, so according to KVL we know that whatever be the potential drop we will get from the battery, जो भी बैटरी से आपको potential drop मिलेगा, that will be equal to the summation, or we can say the total potential across each component. So here we will get 12 volt supply from the battery. This will be equal to, we can say, some of the potential will be used across this 5 ohm resistance. What will be the potential across it? We can say IR. I is I1 and R is 5. So we can write here 5 I1 plus some of the potential will be used here. So we can write 2 I3. So this will be our first equation. I hope it is clear to everyone or not. This is second equation. 12 volt equal to 5 I1 plus 2 I3 means जितना भी पोटेंशियल आपको बैटरी से मिल रहा है, दैट इज 12 वोल्ट, वो बराबर होगा हर कंपोनेंट यहाँ पर कितना कितना एनर्जी कंज्यूम कर रहा है, पोटेंशियल ड्रॉप उसके अक्रॉस है. सो वी कैन से 12 वोल्ट विल बी इक्वल टू 5 I1 plus 2 I3. Similarly, you can apply KVL. Apply KVL in loop B, C, D, E, B. See, if I am starting from point B, तो आपको कंप्लीटली उसी पॉइंट तक लिखना है कि बी से स्टार्ट किया है तो कंप्लीट लूप ई पर आके खत्म नहीं होगी, बी पर आके ही खत्म होगी. सो वी हैव टू मेक इट कंप्लीट लूप बी सी डी ई बी. नाउ अगेन अप्लाई KVL. If you'll apply KVL, we can say that the total energy or energy per unit charge, if charge is 1, the total potential is 6 volt we are getting from the battery. That will be used at two component. You can see here, just a minute, there are two component which is 3. One of the potential will be used here, another potential will be used across resistance 2 ohm. So now I can write that potential 6 volt will be equal to 3 I2 plus 2 I3. So this is my third equation. Now see student, we have three equations for current I1, I2 and I3, and you need to find out the value of I1, I2 and I3. So how would you proceed now? I have applied physics now. If we need to solve a value of I1, I2 and I3, then you have to use now mathematics. तो आपने मैथ्स में सीखा होगा कि किस तरह से हम एक्स वाई की फॉर्म में अगर कोई इक्वेशन दी हुई हो, so how can we determine the value of x and y by substitution, by cross multiplication, or whatever be the method there you have used in class 10. So here you have three equations in terms of I1, I2 and I3. You need to apply your basic maths and find out the value of I1, I2, I3. Physics हमने applied कर ली है where we have used KVL or KCL. Now it is time for using maths, and I hope you will be able to solve the value of I1, I2 and I3. I'm giving you time now. Do it. Any confusion how I have framed the equations? उसमें तो किसी को कोई problem नहीं है. How I have applied KVL and KCL?
Sir, in equation I have problem.
Which one? Tell me.
Sir, 6 is equal to 3I2 plus 2I3.
Yes, beta. Means how we have framed it? See beta, total potential in this loop, total potential is 6 volt. So this 6 volt potential will be used at two locations. First across 3 ohm and another across 2 ohm. तो potential इसके across कितना हो जाएगा? V equal to IR means I2 into 3, and across this potential will be equal to I3 into 2 ohm. So we can also write that total since total summation of the potential is 0. So just start from this point, from C point. There is no potential across C to B. So we'll get a potential across 2 ohm. So it will be equal to 2I3. Then comes to this point minus 6 volt. ये potential negative है तो इसको minus 6 volt लिखा. Then across this point the potential will be equal to 3I2 and total will be equal to 0. So we can write 2I3 plus 3I2 equal to 6. तो आप कैसे भी इक्वेशन लिखिए और इक्वेशन would be correct. I've used the concept that whatever be the total energy you are getting from the battery, that is 6 volt. मैं अभी के लिए एनर्जी को पोटेंशियल भी बोल रहा हूँ कंसिडरिंग चार्ज इज इक्वल टू 1, ताकि आपको समझ में आए कि हो क्या रहा है. देखो 6 मान लीजिए 6 वोल्ट की एनर्जी, मैं फिर से बता रहा हूँ, मैं पोटेंशियल को एनर्जी बोल रहा हूँ. 6 वोल्ट की एनर्जी आपको अगर मिल रही है so it will be consumed across two resistance which is 3 ohm and 2 ohm. So we are getting energy from the 6 volt battery and that would be used across the 3 ohm and 2 ohm, and it will be equal to 2I3 and 3I2 means V equal to IR we have applied there. Is it clear now or?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now find out the value for I1 and I2 and I3. What you can do now to frame your equation into two variable only. We have second and third equation in terms of I1, I3 and I2. तो आप कोशिश करो कि second and third equation को सिर्फ I1 और I2 में ले आओ, so that there will be two variable only. अभी के लिए हमारे पास second और third equation में तीन variable हैं. So you can change your second and third equation and bring it in only in two variable. Just replace the value of I3 in second and third equation. Second और third equation में जब आप I3 की वैल्यू पुट करोगे in terms of I1 and I2, you will get two equations in terms of I1 and I2 only, and then you will be able to find it the equation by क्रॉस मल्टीप्लीकेशन और बाय द सब्स्टिट्यूशन मेथड, उससे आप फाइंड कर सकते हो. और you वट एवर बी द वैल्यू विल गेट, टेल मी विदाउट, you can tell me your value in P upon Q form also. Let's see, we'll get the first value. I've given you the hint what you have to do. Change your equation number, equation 2 and 3 in terms of I1 and I2 only. You can replace I3 from equation number 1. Should I solve it or you are doing it? You can tell me your answer in P upon Q form also. No need to divide it completely. And in some cases the value of current would be negative. तो आप घबराना मत कि current negative आ गया है. Actually it depends on the direction of current we have assumed in the circuit. I have told you you can replace the value of I3 in equation 2 and 3 from equation 1. I2 Riddhi Garg have. It is correct, beta. Riddhi, you are correct. I2 is correct. Vishal Bhatt, you are correct. Bhavika, very good. You are correct also. So till now I've got answer from Riddhi, Vishal and Bhavika. Everyone must try, you'll get the answer surely. I've got from Riddhi, Vishal, Bhavika. Bhavika, Vishal and Riddhi. See, so we can. See, I'm solving it now. Since we have 2 and 3 equations, so we can replace I3 from these equations. Shubham, your answer is also correct, Buddha. Shubham. Okay, so if you replace here I3, जब आप I3 को replace करोगे, you'll get the equation 12 volt equal to 5 I1 plus 2 I3 की value I1 plus I2 from equation number 1. So you'll get 12 5 I1 plus 2 I1, that is 7 I1 plus 2 I2. Now third one, if you replace here again, so we can write that 6 is equal to 3 I2 plus 2 I3 की value I1 plus I2. So better we can write 6 equal to 3 I2. I2 will be equal to 2 I1 plus 3 plus 2, that is 5 I2. Now you have these equations. अब आपको इन दोनों इक्वेशन से I1 और I2 की वैल्यू निकालनी है, and I've told you that you have done a lot of times these types of question in your previous class. 10th class में आपने काफी कुछ इस तरह के क्वेश्चंस करे होंगे where you have two equation and you need to find out the value for x and y like this. Okay, so Riddhi, you have got for I1 and I3, that's correct, beta. Vishal, Bhavika, Riddhi and Shubham have done. So I've told you how can you do it now. Just now these three equations you have. If you'll multiply here by 7 and by 2, you'll get another equation, that is 24 equal to 7 14 I1 plus 2 to the 4 I2, and here we'll get 7 6 of 42, 7 to the 14 I1 and 7 5 is 35 I2. Why I have done multiplied of 7 and 2? So that यहाँ पर we'll get 14. So 14 will get. Now take the difference of equations. You'll get minus 42 plus 24. I1 would be cancelled out, and plus 4 I2 minus 35 I2. Okay. So if you'll solve this equation, you'll get the value of I2, which will be nearly equal to, as find by Shubham, I2 is 18 upon 31, Vishal 18 upon 31 also. So yes, of course it will be 18 upon 31. So that's how we can find out the value of I2. Now you can put the value of I2 in either equation, maybe in this equation or this equation. You will surely get the value of I1, which will be equal to, I'm writing from Shubham, 48 upon 31. And if you put the value of I1 plus I2 here, see 48 plus 18, it would be equal to I3 will be equal to how much you have got, 66 upon 31. Yes, it would be correct, 66 upon 31. So that's how we can determine the value of I1, I2 and I3 if we are able to frame the equation in terms of the current. So I hope the question is clear to you. Now in our next class, we will discuss about the meter bridge, where again we will apply the KCL and KVL, and I'm giving you a homework. So you have to